grenade. Come on, with that grenade. Anthony and his bullshit MG42 hip firing spawn tactics. Fucking pussy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is General Anthony, CH Melchett, and I'm very glad to be back in with Rising Storm 2. So, I've been seeing that Tripwire have been updating recently and, been doing live streams and so on. And yeah, I've been following, as I promised you guys in my introduction video where I broke down their first trailer. I told you guys that I would keep an eye on it and follow up. And I have done so. And that is the reason why I come out a bit late with this video about the updates. But that was because I really wanted to dive into it and, scour the forums for all these little bits of information I could possibly bring you guys. So this video is going to be about both all the latest updates, all the latest forum posts and so on. So I've been really going into details. So this video is going to be a bit long. I'm going to be running some footage here in the background, but I really hope that you guys can bear with me and actually stand watching this stuff. But let me know down in the comments if it's bearable. But we're going to have a look at the first post here made by Yoshira, the 21st of January 2016 at 10:28 p.m. And that's the post he made where he talks about like the launch of the Steam store and the community and the reveal and all that stuff. And most notable in here is the talk about the ability to join your own squad and as your squad gets bigger, that you're actually able to get more and more features into your squad as it opens up. And how I read this stuff is that, let's say you have so and so an amount of people that you're able to select machine gunners, perhaps grenadiers and all those specialized roles, marksmen, perhaps even, whatever they're gonna put in. Then further down here they talked about iron sight misalignment. That's of course because like I talked to in my intro video, we're gonna deal with fully automatic weapons here, so it's gonna be it's like having everybody playing with MKBs from Red Orchestra. So they need to put something in that's gonna neglect that everybody's not just gonna gun each other down from anywhere on the map, because as everybody knows here that with an M16 or an AK-47 you could pretty much drop people at, if you can pretty much see him, you can shoot at him. So so this is the point here. They address like incoming fire, automatic fire, stamina, all that stuff. So that was his post from the 21st. Then the next post here is from T.W. O'Haney, or however you say his name. And somebody asked him if there's gonna be weapon jamming in the game, and as he says there's gonna be no current plan for weapon jamming in the game. And I think that's perfectly. How would you ever make up this thing, and how would you ever make this work? And then we have again here a very interesting post from Yoshira for all you guys out there. And I don't know if many people know about this, but I found this post where he actually asked that he's looking. This is on the 15th. He's actually asking for information, for proof that if there was any IS-2s or 2M or 3 during the Vietnam War, and I'm just gonna put a picture in what the IS-2 is. It's a beast of a Russian tank that was introduced in the late stages of the Second World War. Yeah, I don't think it actually saw any service in the Second World War. I'm not sure though, but yeah, if there's any proof there. And again later that day at 8 in the evening, or in the morning, yeah, he's of course trying to get the information about still if there were any seen in combat in Vietnam, and if anybody knows, give him a ping. And of course, this is very interesting. He he remarks here that about China and all that stuff. So that for me, this shows that they're thinking about okay, how do we implement tanks? And for me, this pretty much confirms that there's probably going to be tanks in the game. So this is a pretty nice thing for me that you actually. I think I can. It seems like a sure thing that we're gonna put tanks in. And again, then we jump forward here again. The next post, we jump to Yoshiro again at the 5th of February 2016. He after the live stream they had, he wanted to show us something, and that's of course the M16 footage that I'm gonna be showing here in a bit. But he talks about that the footage we're gonna be seeing here is of course work in progress, and all that stuff. He takes all the whatever you want to say. He crosses all the I's and dots all the dots, the way you say in English. He makes sure that you understand that it's a working thing. But he really says that he wants the immersive tactical shooter, and he really talks about that they would like it to be a tactical game. They want to encourage people, to have an authentic feeling in the firefights and all that stuff, and that's gonna of course mean that you're not gonna be able to on full automatic just to hose people down and actually hit anything. And that's actually what they're showing in the gameplay that I'm going to be rolling right here. And when you see the gameplay, it's for me it's very obvious. You see how the gas vents out the right hand side, and you see when you put a full automatic on that it's difficult to acquire a target if you were shooting like that. And then of course my favorite thing in this video, they show of course that you can mount the bayonet, and that's awesome that they're actually gonna be using the bayonet in the game. And what I notice actually is the buildings, because these buildings are not here for fun. It's not something they just put in. So my hope is that they actually show that they actually put in city maps. This is obvious a city map, and it's obvious that this might be Saigon, it might be Hoi City or Hoi City or however you want to call it. So I'm very glad that they actually made this, and it has a lot of promise. Then we jump on to Ahern's post here from the 16th of February 2016 again at almost 10 p.m. Where somebody put a post in talking about what you could change, what they're gonna change from RS from RO to RS, and he talks about that there actually is a lot of refinement in, and they're gonna update the system. And for me, that says that they're gonna take the existing game and actually improve it. So they actually, and he encouraged this guy that made the post to actually tell them what they would like to change and what they would like to have different in there. But as they say here, that they want to give us a Cold War era Red Orchestra game. So that's very promising. We're keeping the core mechanics, we're keeping the core stuff, and they're just refining it, hopefully after all our wishes. Then we jump forward here to the 17th of February at 4, almost 5 p.m. that somebody here is asking about the bleeding system. The whole, if you get shot you have to bandage and so on. And actually he says here there's a change coming to the bleeding / slow death system. Yoshiro should be bringing those up soon. So again, he talks about that Yoshiro, the other guy we have noticed in this video, that he's going to be talking about that, the bleeding and slow death system. So yeah, that's very promising that they're going to do something new with that. And the next post we come to here from the 18th of January. Here it's the famous AK-47 or Type 56 AK, whatever, that Southeast Asian weapon. So here they actually talk about how they're gonna improve the HUD mechanics. You're gonna be able to customize your HUD, the little numbers, so it doesn't get in the way, and it's simply just gonna make the game a lot more smoother here. They're gonna scale the things, so you actually it seems like they're gonna make something that is gonna be less intrusive for the player, and you're gonna be able to customize what systems you would like to have in place. And they also talk about the spawn system here. As you saw in my latest video about the spawn system, that's a very debated system in Red Orchestra, and in here they talk about they are going to change it. You know, it's going to be that if you're inside an area, that your weapon is not going to be working. And especially what he's talking about is if you get led behind. You remember on Winterwald, if you're defending the C point on Winterwald and the enemy caps it, the C point, then you're suddenly out of the combat area and you have to run back up towards D and E to have any chance of not just dying, and you often get shot in the back. So they're thinking about here that you're not gonna have that counter, but you're actually gonna have a way of getting back into the combat area without getting bled out, because that's very frustrating, getting cut off and actually be out of bounds, not intended, but because your team wasn't able to hold it. And yeah, and that seems like very good news. And then let's jump into what you all been thinking about here, the Type 65, and it's very important that you, as he says again here, that you know, be aware that it's 56, of course, the Type 56. Be aware that it's not you know, it's a work in progress. But what I noticed the most is the accuracy. He drops that American, and the first second here you see the pause is the how he actually attaches, you know, not attaches, but he fiddles with the bayonet up there. So it's going to be one of those flip out bayonets. So there's also going to be bayonets on the AK system. I like the accuracy there. I like you know, you see how the people drop. So the damage model seems like it's the same. So so yeah, that's very interesting. That it looks like we're gonna have some sort of the same damage model that we had in Red Orchestra 2, and it just confirms all the things I've been talking about in this video, that it looks like they're gonna be working towards a more advanced Red Orchestra 2, as he says, a Red Orchestra 2 in the Cold War era. And then, you know, that's pretty much what I'm gonna cover from this. And then the next one here is, the next point here is it's put out on the 19th of again February at 3:22, and here he talks about the voice chat system, and they say they're not ready to talk about it, but it looks like there are gonna be some changes here in the voice chat, and yeah, that's very interesting, because, you know, none of us likes the spammers, none of us like that stuff, but it's still funny, but, you know, to a degree. So it's going to be interesting to see what they work with here. And again, I just want to, you know, stress for you people, this is stuff I picked off the forum, so I'm going to link, you know, the link to the forum. You can just go in there and you can find this stuff yourself. And, you know, I really hope that you enjoyed this, and as I say, you know, it's something that I picked up, and, you know, take it for what it is. I'm going to keep on trying to inform you people as much as I can, and whenever I find this information out, I'm gonna share it with you when it's plausible, and when I can say something to it. I'm not just gonna show you when I just say, oh yeah, this is the new stuff, but I'm gonna have a look around and see what I can confirm. And if we sum up here, it looks like the tanks, the M16s, we have the city map. The bleed system gonna be worked out. The voice system, we have the AK type weapons, we have the folding bayonets. And we have the voice chat here, so you know, that's excellent. We have the squad system. It looks like you're gonna be able to join squads with your friends, and it's gonna allow you to have more equipment in the squad, and, you know, all that good stuff. So I'm very, very excited for this stuff, and you know, let me know what you guys think. What does all this mean, and you know, what do you think is gonna happen? And you know, did you like this video? Was it too long? Was it too short? You know, what do you guys think? And you know, as always, I'm gonna reply to all your comments, so please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I really hope you enjoy this. I'm really looking forward to this game, and yeah, no, let's hope it's gonna be good. So see all you guys another time. Bye bye.